Hey, welcome to Screenplay, where we discuss elements of pop culture for the community. I'm your host, Noah Bailey. Joining me in the studio today will be Haley Cummings, and we also have 2 submitted reviews. Our first review today will be one of those submissions, Jason Rugg. Our screenplay director reviewed the Netflix original series House of Cards. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hi there, I'm Jason Rugg, the director of Screenplay. I want to do a review of House of Cards, but was unable to because I'm currently directing Screenplay right now. So we decided to do a pre-edited piece where Noah, our regular host of Screenplay, asks me questions off screen and I respond. House of Cards is a very, very interesting show because it chronicles the life of Francis J. Underwood, or Frank Underwood, as he tries to work his way up in the government. So he starts out as a congressman and he tries to basically remove people on top of him to take their position. That's what he wants to do ultimately. And so through each season you see him doing that and undermining people and trying to build everything up. And it's a political show. It's very political, but it's very, very interesting to see a very dramatized version of the truth. House of Cards Season 3 was released maybe 2 weeks ago at this point, and I watched the whole thing in 2 days. I just took a Saturday and I just sat and watched the amazingness unfold of Season 3. I've watched the first 2 seasons 2 times through, and then the 3rd season only once so far. I just love the style. I'm a big fan of Kevin Spacey. I'm a big fan of David Fincher, who's the executive producer, has actually directed some episodes. So this season of House of Cards is drastically different from the first 2 seasons in ways that are very, very hard to describe. Stylistically, they're basically the same. It's shot pretty much the same. However, there are entire episodes where you don't even really see Kevin Spacey all that much. You don't even really see Frank Underwood anywhere in the story. And it's very, very interesting because it gives you a different perspective on the story and the characters, and you see things from other people's point of view, when up till this point we've pretty much just been focused on Frank Underwood. So that's it for the House of Cards Season 3 review and just overall series review. Hope you enjoyed this pre-edited piece. It's a little bit different style, but we decided that we wanted to mix it up and go for a couple different things. So hope you enjoyed it, and back to you guys in the studio.
Now we'll be talking with Haley Cummings, who reviewed the Oscar-nominated film Boyhood. So Haley, what did you think about the movie?
I liked it. See, at first, my parents watched it first, and my mom was like, oh, I didn't like it. It was kind of boring. Nothing really happened. So I tried going into it with an open mind, and I really enjoyed it. Like, the plot isn't anything that's new or spectacular. Like, it kind of reminded me of Perks of Being a Wallflower a little bit. But the fact that this film followed the main character, Mason, as the actor actually grew and matured for 12 years, that really brought something new and interesting to it. I don't think it would have been nearly as spectacular if it hadn't done that, but it definitely brought like a whole new experience to the character. I really felt like I was seeing him grow up.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that was awesome. And actually, I forgot to mention, I know you know this, but for our audience at home, they may not know this, that this won the Golden Globe for Best Picture, but it didn't win the Oscar. Yeah. But yeah, do you think that this opens up more doorways for film with having longer production processes? Do you think this is one of those groundbreaking, first of the kinds movies, for this kind of thing? I
would definitely be interested to see if a lot more productions went on with this type of production. And I know it's a big undertaking. Like, that was 12 years that all of these actors had to commit to making this film. So I think it would be interesting to see if it would continue on, but I'm not sure if I see a lot of Hollywood studios doing this, because that's just a lot of time they have to commit to it.
Understandable. I mean, 12 years, that's a really long time. And actually, I know Ethan Hawke, Richard Linklater said if he were to die during production, Ethan Hawke would have to direct, because, I mean, it's a long time and a lot of stuff can happen. Did you hear about the sequel?
They're going to make a sequel to Boyhood?
They are thinking about it. Richard Linklater confirmed that he's definitely thinking about it. This would not take 12 years, though. It would just be like a chunk of his time in college. So, but yeah, I think it might be interesting. All right, well, finally, we have another submitted review. Our film and video game editor, Joseph Falls, submitted a review of the game Payday II. Let's have a look.
Payday II is a game where you play the role of a criminal, the likes of which the world has seen a few other times. It is a 4-player cooperative first-person shooter developed by Overkill Software, of a similar ilk to Left 4 Dead. It is currently considered one of the biggest games on Steam, and while you could purchase the game on PlayStation or Xbox systems, that would be a mistake. Heisters, new to the game, begin at level 1, and between the many different heists you can accomplish, solo or as a team of 4 players, you will slowly climb to a maximum level of 100, in the process unlocking a massive armory of weapons that you can purchase and customize. And you will need to. The game can be incredibly unforgiving. The game is a fun blend of various mechanics, designed to simulate a heist movie. Nearly every mission is completely possible to achieve silently, and the game rewards you for it. But you will most likely fail, and will most likely turn into a firefight against the thousands of cloned police officers the dystopian government of Washington, D.C. will throw at you. The mission objectives will vary from bank robberies to political engineering, but in any of these cases, there is a lot of money to be earned, and a lot of pain waiting for your team to slip up. The game forces player teams to collaborate on the fly. It will challenge you, and your friendships, with great frustration at higher difficulties. Skills and equipment choices will matter just as much as the team's tactics. The game has a large hardcore fanbase online, with a very strong concept of meta, but with good reason. The game, with all of its perks and craziness, is very well designed and incredibly original, and the people at Overkill Software are updating it with some regularity, with free and purchasable DLC. Said DLC has slowly become more of a cash grab, but for the most part it is worth it. I recommend this game. Payday 2 is active and fun to play, perfect for those who are looking for a criminally themed itch to scratch.
If you would like to read the full review of Boyhood or see a more in-depth review of Payday 2, you can find them at auspartannews.com. Now it's time for our screenplay feature. Today we'll be taking a look at the Borealis Film Festival, a first for Aurora University.
Aurora University is hosting their very first film festival. The Borealis Film Festival will be held in Crimmy Auditorium on Tuesday, April 14th, and submissions are open to everyone in the AU and Aurora community. But first, we talked to some faculty and students to hear about the films that were being submitted.
Well, I'm excited to see other people's films because I know there's a lot of talented filmmakers on campus, so I think it'll be cool to see what people produce.
I'm super excited because I've never done anything like this before. It's like a new experience. I'm just ready to try something new.
I think it'll just be really cool to have, first of all, be able to make my own film, and then just to have it shown in front of an audience and see whether or not they like it, see the reactions, as well as just watching other people's films too. I think it'll just be a lot of fun.
This will be like my 5th or 6th film that I'm making, but my first time actually submitting to a film festival, so it'll be something a little bit different, and I can't wait to see how it's going to turn out.
Lambda Pi Eta, which is the Communication Honor Society, is sponsoring the Borealis Film Festival this spring. It's the first time the organization has put on the film festival, and we encourage all the university community to submit films. We will be having the competition on the night of April the 14th at 5:30 in Crimmy Hall, and all videos are welcome. We hope to see you there.
Now it's time to move on to screen time. In this segment, pop culture topics will be chosen from our pool of submissions, and we'll have a very short amount of time, 60 seconds to be exact, to talk about them. When the time is up, the topic gets thrown out, and we move on to the next chosen submission. For this segment, we will also be joined by our promotions liaison, Castigan. How's it going, Castigan?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, thank you. All right, so we have 60 seconds to talk about the Kardashians' new season. Are they really still on this?
They are, I think. I'm actually pretty excited for it.
Oh, are you really? Do you know what season they're on?
I think it's like 200. Okay, maybe like 10.
Yeah, you know, understandable, but
It's off by a couple.
yeah. Do you watch?
I do, not like regularly, but if it's on, like, I'll watch it. It's all, like, every episode's really dramatic, so, like, I know I'm not going to be bored.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
It
great.
is.
So that's really the main draw?
Exactly.
For you?
It's always something happening, yeah.
Yeah?
I'm never bored.
I guess not. What about you?
I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, my mom kind of watches it religiously. So
Oh, religiously. Ooh.
every week she has to see it. Every week she has to see what the Kardashians are up to.
That's so funny.
I kind of just stumble into it sometimes,
Yeah.
and I have to agree, it's never boring.
That's awesome. You know,
Yeah.
I literally saw an ad one time for like the new season, and she was like in a car, Kim Kardashian was in a car, and like her mom was next to her, and it was literally like, Yeah, just a second. She was literally like, I have to pee. And then Chris was like, honey, we're in the car. And she's like, but what's, I have to pee. And oh gosh, it was funny. And it was like, what happens
Usually the main
next
conflict.
Gosh, hashtag the dress.
Ooh, the dress.
The dress, white or gold or blue and black?
It's white and gold.
I always
It's
saw
blue
white
and black. Oh, I'm not. Wow. Okay. I see
I
how
had like
it
a
is.
premonition we'd all agree on the
I
same
know.
color, but it just didn't happen.
What's your guys' opinion? Like, do you think it's two different colors? Because some people are saying it's two different dresses, and some people are saying it is the same dress. And what do
I
you
feel
guys
like maybe it's the eyes.
Maybe, because I know from the picture that went viral, I only saw white and gold. I
Interesting.
never
Same.
saw any blue and black whatsoever.
I only saw blue and black.
Yeah,
That's
but then
so
when I
weird.
saw the actual dress on the Ellen show, and it looks like a completely different dress to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Like, I never would have imagined, because I only saw the white and gold, that it looked like royal blue and
Yeah.
black. I
Yeah.
was like, oh.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it makes you question life.
It really does. It's like, has my whole life been a lie?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know? All right, so our next topic is Doctor Who. Are any of you Whovians?
I watched Doctor Who.
You watch Doctor
Yeah.
Who? Why don't you take this one? Because I don't. I've seen one episode.
Is it like a BBC thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I figured.
We just moved on to like the 12th Doctor, Peter
Oh.
Capaldi. So I have mixed reviews about. I don't think it's him specifically as the Doctor that I have a problem with, because I've seen some really good episodes with him acting in it and whatnot. I think I'm just not really sold on his companion right now.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Is his companion still a woman? Is it always a woman?
it's almost always been a woman in
Okay.
in the revival, at least.
Okay.
Like sometimes there's a guy who comes along, but he's usually a tie-in with the female companion, who's usually the main companion.
Okay. Now, this is an older Doctor, and I know that Doctor Who is known for doing a lot of things, like running around and, shoots here and shoots there, and early in the morning and late at night and all over, like, the world and the country, kind of. Do you think this guy will stay for long?
I don't know. I think it depends on audience reception.
Yeah? And how have they been responding so far? You think mixed still?
Mixed. Yeah.
All right, Oscars. What did you think? Did you guys watch?
Oscars. I did watch the Oscars.
I watched as well.
I didn't see the whole thing, but I definitely looked at who won, that kind of thing.
What did you think? I almost called all of, I mean, not to be, like
of those people.
Julianne Moore,
One of
who, by the way,
those.
is my future wife. I knew she was going to win for Still Alice. J.K. Simmons, I know, was going to win. Patricia Arquette, I had a pretty good idea. I thought it was either going to be her, Emma Stone, and then, blanking, who won for Best Actor? Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne
Yes.
for The Theory of Everything.
Which I heard people were having issues with.
I've heard that people are having issues
Yeah.
with that too.
What did you
Is he
think?
British?
Yes.
Eddie Redmayne, I figured.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have a really big thing against Julianne Moore. So I don't
Why
know.
is that? Don't do that to me. First the dress, now this. Why?
I don't know. I
She's
just
such
feel
a
like I've never
diverse
liked her.
actress, really.
Every movie she's in, I just roll my eyes. She always like pops up. Oh.
No, you can please finish the sentence, because.
No, she just pops up and then I just go, ugh.
Well then. Well.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I understand. We're different people. All right. Oh gosh. 50
What's
Shades of
this?
Grey. 60 seconds.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Let's do less than 60 seconds. Can we do less than 60?
Let's do less.
Yeah.
Yes. 10, 4, 5, maybe. I don't know.
It's out.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Did you hear that Jamie, whatever his name is?
Jamie Dornan.
Jamie
Yeah.
Dornan. He quit the franchise. He's
Oh.
not doing
Is that like
the
a
other
real
movies.
thing?
It's a real thing.
Was this confirmed on BuzzFeed?
It was like, I don't know if it was confirmed on BuzzFeed.
I only got my information from there.
Oh, understandable. But I think maybe that is where I saw it. I don't know.
Maybe.
But it said he quit. It said because of his wife. His wife was creeped out by it too much. And I'm
Oh,
like,
jeez.
I
She
think-
should have read the book first.
was the book better?
Well, then she would have known what her
then she
husband
would
was
have
getting
understood.
into. Yeah.
What it was about?
Yes. I will say I do like Dakota Johnson, though.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Haley and Costigan, for being on the show today. And thank you to both Joseph and Jason for their submitted reviews. For those of you watching, if you have a topic you want to submit to us or something you would like us to review, mention AU Spartan News on Twitter or use the hashtag AU Screenplay.